So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can take a boring, simplistic, run-of-the-mill pad like this one and turn it into something much more unique and interesting like this one.
When I met you, I thought that they would write stories about the love we found, but you...
Hey guys, I'm Shane with Echo Soundworks. So you already guessed it, we're gonna be talking about pads and some sound design techniques you can use to spice them up. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how you can use reverb tails to generate whole new pad sounds from basically any sample. So I'm gonna be using our melodic one-shot pack Aura, and you can download that. The link is in the description. So if you guys are interested in that, the link is in the description. Now, I'm gonna be using a couple different reverb plugins in this video. You don't have to use the same ones that I will be using. It's really just a preference thing and what you're comfortable working with. So that being said, let's dive into our DAW and get going. All right, so I have Aura pulled up over on the left. We have that session over here on the right. Now, you could go for something like a pad or an ambient sound or a string sound, and that's kind of right on the nose, right on the button, and it's not going to give you any like results that are going to blow your mind. But if you want to go a little bit more to the adventure side of things and, dip your toes in kind of like a Bob Ross happy little accidents scenario, go with something, not ambient or drone-like or pad-like, like a pluck or a marimba, a bell sound, a synth sound, whatever it might be. So for this, we're going to go through and just take a listen to a couple of these. Let's listen to a couple of the key sounds. Let's try this piano.
Bit of a dodgy question here.
So you know what? I'm actually gonna roll with that. Let's just drag that into Logic. Now, from there, I'm going to load up a reverb plugin. Now, like I said in the intro, you can literally use pretty much any reverb plugin that you want. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna use Valhalla Supermassive. It's free. If you guys don't have it, there's no reason you shouldn't. It's a really cool, really large sounding reverb, hence the name Supermassive. And yeah, we're just gonna go to the presets here, go to reverb, let's go to Z Massive and try billions and billions. Let's crank that mix up, turn our volume down. All right, so from there, I'm gonna take out that sample had a little bit of white noise or tape hiss in it. I'm gonna remove some high frequencies from it. All right, so I'll show you the more basic option first. We'll just drag this into a sampler in Logic and we will see how it sounds. Now, once you get it into your sampler, you're gonna wanna mess around with the start and end points a little bit and then find parts where the reverb kind of sustains and then you're gonna loop that section. So I'm gonna pull my keyboard out right here. All right, so the only tricky part is finding the section where the loop sounds fairly cohesive. So you're gonna usually have to zoom in your sampler and find a point that makes sense and play it up on higher keys so you can hear it repeating faster. All right, so then next you would add effects and spice that sound up a little bit. So just by adding the default preset from Portal and the default preset from ROM, no clue how to say this. This is what our pad sounds like now. Right, super cool, super vibey. Now, you could actually repeat the process right now. You could actually resample the pad a second time with these other settings. Now, while I have ROM pulled up, another cool little tip and trick, if a reverb plugin that you're using has a freeze function, you could use that in the first step of the process where you're just applying and drenching any random sample in reverb. And you could use that to get a very consistent reverb tail, right? I mentioned in the sampler that you kind of have to find the right section where you're not losing a ton of energy or you're not, having a huge decrease in volume. So if you make use of a freeze function, that wouldn't happen. For instance, if I turn Portal off, we turn our mix up. I've let up on my keyboard and this will just sustain forever because I froze it essentially. All right, so now we're going to take things a step further. We're going to spice this up. We're approaching Indian food level spiciness. We're going to throw this in a synth that has a granular engine. I'm using Pigments. Now it sounds like this. Oof. All right, and the last thing I'm gonna show you is kind of coming full circle. I have basically applied that sample that we made using the reverb right into that boring, simple pad preset we heard at the beginning of the video. I added a couple different LFO modulations to that sound, and now that preset sounds like this.
When I met you, I thought that they would write stories about the love we found, but you let me down.
All right, so that's gonna sum up this video. If you guys have any questions or comments, you can post those below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. If you guys aren't subscribed to our channel, you know the drill. Hit that subscribe button. The support really does mean a lot to us. And if you guys haven't ever checked out our website, echosoundworks.com, definitely head on over there. There's a ton of free content, samples, loops, and presets. And of course, there's some premium sound sets and sample packs as well. And lastly, if you guys use Instagram, consider giving us a follow. We run a lot of contests, giveaways, and promotions on that platform. And I think you guys will like what we're doing over there. All right, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.